Hi there, I'm Simon Thornton with Push Square, and we're taking a look at the Battlefield 4 beta for the first time. Okay, so as you can see, it's already looking quite a lot like Battlefield 3. I've got my four classes: Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon. Let's start with Assault, and we'll try and work our way through and kind of see what they're all like. I'll spawn inside this vehicle, get some protection. Looks like I've got a full squad here. Now, if you remember the Battlefield 3 beta, you remember that it was quite an enclosed map that they gave us to... Oh, good lord. Jumped onto a tank. Good start to this to this video. So the Battlefield 3 beta, it was a fairly enclosed map, and there wasn't much to see. It was like a kind of subway metro kind of system. This one is open, you know, you've got the big cities, you've got helicopters and tanks, and it really gives you a feel for Battlefield. Which is good. It's a nice beta for that. And it's also the same map that you'll know from other trailers where the skyscraper falls down in the middle of the game. That is this map. So we get to play that. Good job, team, taking out that tank. And we'll try and capture this point. It's kind of interesting that they've given us Conquest to play with and not Rush. The choices you can choose between in this beta are Conquest and Domination, which, or maybe it was Dominion, I forget, but that is basically team deathmatch with no vehicles, which is a bit, I don't know, not very Battlefield to me. Saying that though, the controls have changed a lot as well, and they seem a little bit, they have a lot in common with Call of Duty. So even the vehicles have changed. So instead of having R2 and L2 or R1, whichever one it was, to accelerate, you just use the left analog stick and control cars almost a bit like Borderlands, which it's a bit different. It's, I don't want to say it's good, it's just going to take a while to get used to for some hardcore Battlefield 3 players. And it's very much the same with the first-person shooter controls as well. Instead of select being spot, it's R2. So there's really an emphasis on that. Now here's an... Oh, I was going to show you the elevator system, but half the opposition army have just came down the opposite elevator. And yeah, in the middle of a war zone, you can take an elevator to the top floor. I just think it's gonna create a lot of awesome situations where you're being chased by the enemy and somehow you manage to get in the elevator before them. They come up in the one next to you. I think that's gonna be awesome. Maybe not quite realistic, you know. You're not even meant to use them in fires, but we're using them in firefights here. Should have said at the start of the video, I'm not the best at this game. But I'm very aware of the fact that many players weren't Battlefield 3 Premium members and didn't play Medal of Honor Warfighter. So they're going to have to wait a few more days to get their hands on this beta. See if I can take this guy out. Maybe not. I'd like to use the excuse that I've been playing as the Engineer class. But I don't need to. Look at that. Got the guy. Okay, so the controls, yeah, it doesn't feel quite as weighty as Battlefield 3. It's still got that kind of signature Battlefield weight to it, but maybe just not quite as much as previous Battlefield games. You know, like with a lot of the other stuff, it just has a bit more of a Call of Duty feel inside this massive Battlefield, you know, vehicles and scale. So, for example, you know, was he in the... Oh. I thought it would be the same door that I got in that would open. I need to remember to turn around when I get in that elevator. Let's play as Engineer for a bit now, because I'm used to that weapon. And I might not die as much. Looks like Charlie's being captured. We'll try and capture it back from whoever's taking it. So let's see the actual vehicle controls here. This is holding back on the analog stick to reverse, and turning the analog stick to turn at the same time. It's an unusual control scheme, and I don't know why they've changed it, because I didn't see anyone complaining. It's still got the, you know, all the different cockpit views and stuff like that. You know, here's the back of the vehicle. They're not enemies, they're mannequins. Don't shoot them, Simon. Teammate. Yeah, so you can actually get on top of all these buildings here if you drive a helicopter and jump out, which has led to, in some of my previous games, having whole squads of snipers up there just taking people out. Maybe not the best thing. I'm not a fan of snipers, but you know, this. If you are a sniper, then this map is awesome. Lower bollards. It's like Watch Dogs. I take it that could stop tanks and stuff. Let's leave them up. Since we've got this point, we'll leave them up. That's really cool. I didn't know you could do that. So that means that you could maybe send a scout ahead of the tank, take down the bollards, and then send your tanks in. Adds a bit more kind of tactics. One thing I have noticed about this this version of the Battlefield games is that, damn it, you're rewarded for assists. Let me explain this a bit better. If you're shooting someone and your squad mate kills them, it counts as a kill for you because it was a squad mate. So it really rewards you for working as part of a team with your squad. And I say that as I run away from my squad mate, which is, you know, I'm a lone wolf and I just like going my own way and dying my own way. Who doesn't? Let's see if I can... Damn it, I can't jump up there. Now I want to be inside this building when it falls down just for the sake of being awesome and jumping out. So I'm going to try and keep the good fight up on this building and try and capture the inside. Oh, someone's behind me. Sniper, I think. Opposite the river. Other side of the river. Now let's get up this elevator. Remember to turn around, Simon. Square. Okay. This door. This is it. And this has been one of the best moments for me was when I was on this and it starts collapsing and you jump out and if you're lucky you jump out the right side and you don't die when it collapses on top of you. Oh, he's fallen out the window. Oh, that was awesome. I just think they've really improved some of the moments in this game. You know, just by having an elevator, just by having a building. Nice! I took down the helicopter. That was cool. You know, there's just so many more opportunities to have these amazing moments where suddenly a whole squad jumps out of an elevator. And yeah, it's a little bit more realistic and a little more Call of Duty. But, you know, it's a little bit more fun. I like that. I can appreciate that. Now we've taken back this building. I don't actually know when it falls down or why it falls down. So I don't know if I can speed up the process. But let's try and hang around here for a bit and see if we can take this down. I still can't believe that I took down that helicopter. That might be the defining moment of my life. I'm going to have that engraved onto my tombstone. Took down a helicopter without any aided missile, any guided missiles. That was really, really sweet. Might just end the video here and not show you the rest of the game because I'm not going to live up to that. Okay, let's be confident. Of course I'm going to live up to that. Look at the kind of what's the word for it? I forget the range that you can see is pretty impressive. You know, obviously you can't play in much outside of this kind of area here that I'm aiming at, but you can see miles off into the distance, and you kind of feel like you're part of this larger scale battle, which is something that is really cool, especially for a Battlefield game. And I think that Battlefield 4 will have 64-player battles, at least on the PS4. I'm not sure about PS3. One thing I've noticed is that when this building falls down, the graphics take a turn for the worst. Just a lot less detail. That's a new thing, that it kind of shows the guy that killed you and kind of glows him up. See if I can spawn back into that point and take him out. Get revenge on him. If I spawn on my squad mate here, we'll have the upper hand. If we can find the enemies. Oh, they're right above us, aren't they? I don't know if I can get up there. Okay, that's not hitting him for some reason. Okay, he was right up there. Let's get some revenge. We're going. Oh, that grenade didn't land where I wanted it. I'm not sure. I think they're already dead. Okay, right, the chopper's back for more. Let's do this. Let's take this guy out. Unless he takes himself out. Come on then. We've done this before. We know what's going to happen. It's going to end with your demise, helicopter. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, he's going to take me out. I could get in the elevator and hide. Go back down to the ground floor. I want to stay in this building until it falls, because that is kind of this map's kind of the niche for this map. And I guess that's why they're showing us it. It will be interesting to see what other set pieces there are in different multiplayer maps. That'll be something interesting. And it will also be interesting how fresh this stays, or whether by the 10th time we see this building fall down, it might become a bit stale. Saying that, though, looks like it's not going to fall down. I've just seen the score, and they've got 22 enemies left. Which, to me, means we're wiping them out, and this building isn't going to fall down in time. Let's take this chopper out. Nope. Damn it. Well, I don't know why this building is not falling down. I guess maybe they've made it so that it doesn't get stale, and you can sometimes have games where the building doesn't fall down, which would make sense, make a lot of sense. But, this is the first game that hasn't lasted half an hour for me, and so I might have to jump into a bit of the team deathmatch game mode. Oh, look at that scoreline. Destroyed them. That was all me. That was 100% me that did that. Just carried the team. Okay, so I've joined another game here, which is again in Conquest, because I decided that domination isn't really what people want from Battlefield. On the most part, obviously, it's a nice change in between games, but mainly people get Battlefield for the the large scale battles and the vehicles and stuff, everything that isn't in that deathmatch mode. And as you can see in this game that I've joined, everything's covered in this kind of ash, making everything look a bit brown, a bit grey, a bit less detailed. And that is because the building's fallen down in the middle. In the middle of the map, that building is gone, and it's covered everything in this kind of soot and ash. Which is, I guess it's cool, but at the same time, on current gen systems, at least in the beta, it makes everything look a little bit less detailed and a little bit flat. We'll see that in a second after I close these shutters. Just because I can. I like these little things, these little additions. Wonder if I can get under like Indiana Jones. Not quite. Not quite. Okay, let's go and see that building in the middle, and I'll show you what it's like when it's fallen down. It's kind of a shame that it didn't fall down when I was inside it, and I didn't get that on film. But at the same time, come October 4th, which is 2 days away, you will be able to play this beta yourself. It will be open to the public, or to the rest of the public, I should say. And you can see that for yourself and experience that moment on your own. I wish I had a sniper. Okay, so as you can see, this is where the building was. This is what's left of the building, and at the moment it just looks a little bit dilapidated. It's a bit gone. But at the same time, that guy's dead. At the same time, the kind of textures on the ground and everything, they look a little bit low resolution, a little bit, flat, as I've said. And it's a bit of a shame, really. There's not much dust in the air either, which I guess is just a lack of power of this generation consoles. And I can't wait to see what it looks like on PS4 when this building falls down, and what the rest of the map looks like. Not to say it looks bad, it still looks better than most games, but it's a shame that I guess the increase in scale and complexity of the maps has led to the current gen systems looking a bit, almost a bit worse after this has fallen down. It looks a little bit worse than Battlefield 3, I would say. And certainly this is, large scale destruction, but the small scale destruction that we could do ourselves is gone. Oh god, I've got no bullets. Never mind, I've got an RPG. That'll do. Boom. Let me show you though, because I just blew something up there and this is all still intact. I've exploded that thing on the wall, and I can show you. I did die, but the thing I shot didn't take any damage. And in past Battlefield games, ever since 1943, we'd expect to see a huge hole in that wall. So that's a bit of a shame. Seems like they've taken a different route from past games. Now let me just change to the sniper here. if it lets me spawn. Oh, we're losing this game dramatically. I'm really not good at sniping in Battlefield. Oh my. It's an understatement that I'm not good. We are just getting destroyed at the moment. There's tanks and everything around us. Now, hopefully the game doesn't end before I can actually show you this thing. Basically, as in past Battlefield games on PC, you've got a nice control wheel of what you want to say, which is nice. I can't remember if it was in past Battlefield games, but here we go. Obviously, you can tell your teammates to attack or defend, so go and attack Bravo. I'm sure we'll be able to pull this around. And that's the end of the game. You can, you can say, go, go, go if you're in a vehicle and you want someone to drive it. You can say thank you for giving you health. It's nice. It gives you a bit of control. It makes you feel like you're more part of a team. So that's Battlefield 4. Not much has changed from Battlefield 3, but the little changes are welcomed. Maybe apart from the control scheme, for some, might take a while to get used to. A bit more Call of Duty. How did I get top of the team? I was absolutely awful. I don't think I hit one person with that sniper rifle. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Simon Thornton with Push Square, and that was the Battlefield 4 beta.